Hey everyone, welcome back to Groceries, our final video. So in this video, we are going to build the cart UI. In fact, I'll show you that as well. If you see, we are going to build this whole UI, and one more thing, we are going to add the functionality like cart functionality using Redux toolkit. Okay, this video will be more informative and interesting. Okay, so if you find this interesting, please do subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And one more thing, let's complete the target of 500 subscribers. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Without wasting time, let's start the video. Okay. So right now we are in home screen, right? So what next means, first let's build the cart UI functionality. In fact, let me open the cart UI. So let's build this UI first. Later we'll add the functionality. Okay, using Redux. So first, if you see, there is a title here over the center position, exactly at center position, and this was basically, in fact, I'm gonna draw this. This was the flat list, nothing but, and there is a button at the bottom. We're going to add that as well. And one more thing, I'm not going to add the tab bar because we have already built that in previous video. If anyone haven't watched my videos, I have built this same kind of tab bar in Book My Show app and Food app as well. I'll provide the links in description. Okay, you can find out there. Okay, perfect. So right now you got an idea, right? So first thing what we have to do, first let's create a screen for the my cart page. Let me, in fact, I'm going to remove this. Let's create a screen for my cart. And in fact, I'm going to drag this out. Simply go to here, screens. Inside the screens, what we're going to do, I'm going to create a screen called cart.js extension and RNFE snippet I'm using. I have already told you snippet, and in fact I showed you as well. If anyone haven't watched that, I'm gonna show you React Redux something snippet. See, this was the snippet I'm using. Okay, you can install it. Okay, perfect. Okay, what next? We have to call the screen in the app.js, right? We all know that, right? Stack. Instead of writing this, I'm gonna control D, nothing but I'm just simply copied that and pasted that. That's it. Okay, and I'm gonna name it as cart here, and same I'm gonna call that from screen which we have created, and make sure we have to import that. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Okay, perfect. So one more thing, what was the remaining step we left with? We have to pass the cart here so that whenever we reload the app, it will automatically redirect to cart screen only instead of home screen and all till the UI functionality. Okay. Later we'll change it to normal things. Okay. If you see right now, we are able to see cart screen only, right? Perfect. So simply remove this and close this as well. We don't want that. And now, yeah, let's check the UI first. What thing we need to add first? First, let's add this text, my cart text. Okay. Right now, if you see in my emulator, text overlaying on the status bar, right? So let's fix it first now. So to fix it, there is a there is a component called safe area view. Import that first and call it here safe area view. That's it. If you see right now, my text exactly at safe area position. Okay, perfect. And let's check the UI. And one more thing, if you see there is a padding, right? Like nothing but space. You can say like a space here over here and left and right side padding, right? Let's add that padding as well. How can we add that? Before that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass some styling to safe area view, like a flex of 1. It means it will occupy the whole space, and padding horizontal of 10 or 15. It's up to you. It's your choice. I'll say 15 was fine. And let's check how much space it occupied or not. If I give background color of red, if you see, you are able to see the whole, it occupied whole space, right? If you see, if I remove the flex one, just check now. See, it just occupied the whatever the content it has till there only. Okay. That's the difference between flex one and all. Nothing but right now it occupied the whole space. Instead of red, I'm gonna pass white color only because our card screen has white color only, right? Perfect. In fact, I'm gonna drag this down as well. Okay, what was the text? Text was my cart, right? Okay, let's pass some styling to this as well, text. And one more thing, those who are prefer to write outline or inline styling, it's up to you. Mostly I write in inline only, like if you are seeing that, okay. There is a property called text align center so that it will pass the text exactly at center position. Right now you are able to see this text, right? See, it's right now it's in exactly center position. Let's increase some font size and font size to 23, I guess. Yeah, 23 was fine. And font weight, I don't think font weight, in fact, let's increase some. Okay, 24 was fine. Let's check the font weight as well. Is it bold? Yes, it's bold. Let's give some font weight as well. I guess 500 was fine. Okay, 500 was fine. Okay. Okay, successfully we have added the text as well. So what next? Let me open this here, and okay, right now we have successfully added this text. In fact, I'm gonna remove this. So basically this was this whole thing. In fact, I'm gonna zoom out this, and this whole thing was a flat list, nothing but. If anyone don't know what flat list means, whatever the data we have to show in a similar style, for that purposes we use flat list. Okay. In Android, those who have knowledge in Android, you can say it's like a recycler view. Same like in React Native, we use a flat list word. That's it. Okay. So styling was same only, right? Only data is changing. If you see, image styling also same. Only text the details was changing, right? Price, everything, and all. So right now, I'm not going to show this thing in the like what do we call? First, let's build the box here. In fact, for better understanding, what I'm going to do, let's build this single box. Okay. After that, this single whatever the this styling everything will pass in the flat list. Okay. I hope you got it right. Perfect. Let's build this box first. If you see, there is no borders and all. Only the border exactly at here only, like a bottom only. There is a border. That too, it's a light gray color border at bottom only. So what I'm going to do, let's take a view first. It's like a parent box. You can consider like a parent box here. And one more thing, I'm gonna pass a gap of not a GP. It's like a gap of 20, I guess. Nothing but what are the children simply pass some gap to every children. That's it. Okay. Okay. This was my parent box. In fact, if you have confusing, I'm gonna write a parent. Okay. Parent container. I'll put like a parent container, and let me format this. See, this was my parent container. In fact, I'll gonna put here as well, and let me format this. You see, this was my parent container. Okay, perfect. Inside the parent container, if you see in UI, there is a border only at bottom. Apart from bottom, there is no border, right? So for this, what I'm going to do, let's pass some styling to this. And one more thing, for responsiveness, what I'm going to do, there is a package called responsive dimensions. Open browser, React Native. I guess all I have already installed in previous. Let me check the package.json. Okay, we have already added that package. Those who are not aware of this package, nothing but it increases the responsiveness. Okay, that's it. Apart from that, nothing else. Okay. If you have to install that, simply search for React Native responsive dimensions and response. Even if you search here as well, and it will redirect to the screens and all, you can simply install these packages. Okay, that's it. I have already installed that. Okay, I'm going to use this package. responsive height. There is a property called responsive width as well, and responsive font size as well. Okay. So in height, I'm gonna pass responsive height of 30, and let's check how much space it occupied exactly. Uh, in fact, I'm gonna drag this down here as well. What does responsive height of 30 means? Consider like a 30%. Okay, 30% of height we just simply pass like that. We don't want this much, so simply what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply pass 25. I guess 25 was fine. And one more thing, I'm gonna reduce some padding horizontal to 10, 15 to 10, that's it. Okay, right now it's fine. And let's pass 20, I guess. And let's check the UI as well. I guess 20 was fine. Yeah, responsive height 20 was fine. That's it. And what else? We have to add border bottom as well, right? Border bottom color. I'm gonna pass a grayish color. E3, E3, E3. Basically a gray color, light gray color. That's it. And we have to pass border bottom width as well to 2% thickness, nothing but. Right now you won't able to see that. And if I remove the background color red, see there is a thick light grayish color line. You are able to see this, right? If it's not visible, just to show you that, I'm gonna pass red color. See, right now you're able to see, right? That's it. And one more thing, instead of this gap 20, I'm gonna pass 10. Even if you can able to, I guess 5 was fine. Yeah, 5 was fine. And a background color of red. And let's pass to 10, 15. Okay, 15 was fine. See, right now this was our box. Okay, our parent box was done. Just for visibility purpose only, I have added the background color of red. We can remove that as well. You see, you won't able to see this. And one more thing, instead of the red, we have to pass E3, E3, E3. Right now you're able to see a border bottom line, right? Perfect. Okay, successfully we have added created the box, right? Parent box. Okay, inside the parent box, how many child? Okay, for better understanding, I'm gonna draw this. See, this black color box was our parent box, right? Inside our parent box, you see, this was my child one, like an image, and this was my child two. Okay, so we cannot remove this. Okay, okay, ignore this. Okay, if you see, this black color main box was my parent box. Inside the parent box, in fact, I'm gonna draw like 1 and 2. Okay, see, black color box was my parent box. Okay, till here you got an idea, right? Perfect. Inside our parent box, how many childs we have? We have 2 childs. Nothing but one was image box. You can consider like child one, and there is a one more box called child two. Inside our child two box, there are sub childs as well. We can uh, code it later. First thing, what we are going to do, let's create 2 boxes. Nothing but 2 childs here. Because how many childs we have? 2 childs, right? 1 and 2. Okay. And one more thing, the alignment, if you see the alignment of the inside the parent box, there are 2 cells. The 2, they are in row direction. They are in this direction, not in one above one, right? For this reason, to change the direction of the parent box, what was the property? Yes, flex direction to row. That's it. And align item. In fact, don't pass this. We're gonna pass it later. Okay, inside our parent box, let's create 2 boxes. In fact, I'm gonna copy this parent thing and I'm gonna paste it here. And instead of parent, I'm gonna say child one for your understanding only. Okay, this was my child one, and I'm gonna simply paste it here as well. And inside the child one, I'm gonna take a view, nothing but let's pass some styling as well, and background color of red and flex of 0.5. See, in fact, I'm gonna pass background color of green to my parent box so that you can able to see this. If you see here, this was my parent box. Inside my parent box, what was the parent box color? Green color. Okay. Child one, nothing but image. Inside the image, what was my child color? Red color. Okay. You got an idea, right? In the same way, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna Control D, replicate this, and I'm gonna simply copy this and I'm gonna paste it here. But I'm gonna remove this and I'll say child 2. For differentiation purpose, what I'm going to do, let pass sky blue. You cannot see this parent box because out of 100%, 0.5 means 50% of the box occupied by child 1 and 50% of the box occupied by child 2. If I give 0.2 only, then you can able to see the parent box color, right? This was purpose of flex. Okay, right now you got an idea, right? So if you see here in UI, what was the space occupied by child 1 means it's like considered like a 0.3 only, remaining 70% of the box occupied by child 2 only. Okay, let's pass that as well. You can say 0.2 as 0.2, not a 2, 3, I guess 3.5, 35%. Yeah, 35, 0.35 was fine. And remaining purpose, what was the remaining? 0.7. Okay, this was fine, right? Right now you're able to see this. And you can remove the background color to parent box as well. No use at all. Okay, for differentiation purpose, right now you got an idea, right? Perfect. So inside the view in child one, what was the component we have? We have a component called image, and make sure we have to import from React Native, or else it will throw an error, right? Perfect. Just for UI purpose, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show an example image from browser. Okay, from network. Let's get the image. Search for Apple, some image, well, fruit, anything to show the image. That's it. Simply search for Apple fruit here and go to any image and simply click on this and copy image address. Okay. Okay, inside what was the property source, and inside our source we have to pass URI here. And see, right now we have successfully added the image URL thing, but you cannot see this because we haven't passed any styling to image, right? So let's pass some styling as well, like height of 100. In fact, we can reduce this later. Okay, right now just to check what was the exact thing and all. Before that, what I'm going to do, in fact, I'm gonna pass it exact center position. I want that image exactly at center position. Same is with justify content as well, so that it will exactly at center, row wise and column wise. Right now you're able to see the image, right? Perfect. And one more thing, there is a property called resize mode contain. Okay, then let's pass some 120, 120. Okay, 120, 120 was fine. And yeah, that's it. Successfully we have added the image as well, and we can remove the background color as well. This is how it looks. Even if that image is bigger or smaller, it won't matter because we have passed the resize mode content, right? so that it will fit exactly position. Okay, that's it. Okay, successfully we have created a box child one, done. Now let's open the UI here, and what was the things left in child 2. Okay, this part was done, right? Perfect. So inside a child view, in sorry second child, let me remove this first. Okay, right now this was my child 2. Okay, this part was done, right? Image part, so that's why I'm not creating anything and all. So inside a child view, if you see, this was my one view, like a consider like a, this was my one first container, and this was my, there is a one more component, second component, and in in this box, in fact, okay, don't get confused. Okay, it was easy method. Okay, I'll tell you. In fact, wait, for better understanding, what I'm going to do. So right now, this was my black box. This sub box was my child 2 box, right? Till here you got an idea, right? Clarity. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, this was my sub box 1, and this was my second box inside a child view, sorry, second child, and this was my third box. Okay, till there you got an idea. How many boxes in child 2? We have 3 boxes. One was this one, and second, third box. Okay, right. So first, create this first box inside the child 2. Okay. So basically, this was my child 2 box, right? And let me open the. Okay, inside our child box, so many components they have. There is a text and there is the icon. That's it. So now what I'm going to do, let me take a view here, like a child 1 box. Sorry, container 1 box, you can say. And what was the direction of that box? Was flex direction of row, because their element is in row direction, right? And one more thing, align items, I'm gonna pass center and justify content as space between. Why space between means, I'll tell you. If you see in UI, there is a text at left side, exactly at left side, and there is an icon at right side, right? Both are in two different directions, right? For this reason, I kept that space between. Okay, that's it. And let me open the app. Right now, you can't see anything because we haven't added any components, right? So let me give some name, red apple something, just for text visibility purpose only. Right now, you're able to see a text here, right? Perfect. And for icon thing, right now I'm using Expo icons for this reason. I don't know why it's not showing search bar. Okay, ignore that right now. Expo icons. I'm using Expo icons. You can, if you are using React Native CLI, you can go with React Native icons. Not this one. This one. Search for close. Okay, this was fine. Copy this and paste it below here, and same way copy this and paste it below the text. See, due to justify content space between, we are able to see two components in two different directions. If I remove this, see. If I add this again, okay, perfect. And one more thing, let's add some, what do we call, padding as well. In fact, I'm going to remove this. You see, there is some padding, right? Left and right side as well, some padding. Nothing but, okay, this side and this side. There is some padding from this side and this side, right? So for this reason, instead of here adding the padding, I'll say this was my parent container, right? I'm gonna say parent container 10, gap 10, so that it gives some this as well, and not this. I'll say child was, this was my child, right? I'll say padding horizontal of 10 from left and right. That's it. And And one more thing, I'll say align items as center. Okay, I think I have to pass it here basically, not here. Okay, ignore this. We can pass some padding as well, vertical. Okay, successfully we have added this box, right? So successfully we have added this view, right? So what next? Let's add this text as well. Okay. Same way, simply copy this box thing, and I'm gonna simply add a text. Let me open the emulator as well. What was the text over here? 1 kg, comma price, right? 1 kg, comma price. Okay, successfully I have added the text as well. And okay, right now you can ignore the stylings. Okay, once alignment everything was done, we can simply pass stylings. Okay, till there. Okay, successfully we have added text as well. Then what next? There is a we have to take a one more view. Inside a view, we have to create inside a view we have to take a one more view for this component. In fact, I'll show you that. Inside a view, we have to take a one more view, and we have to take a text component, and both are in two different directions, right? Let's create this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply, okay, we have to, for differentiation, I'm going to simply copy this so that you will get an idea. See, from till here to till here, child 2 component. What was child 2 mean? This sky blue color, everything comes under child 2 component, right? Perfect. So what next? Simply take a view here, and let's pass some styling to that. Style of like a background color red, just for visibility purpose, and align items center, and justify content will be space between, and we have to change the flex direction as well, right? Flex direction of row. And let me reload this. You cannot see any difference because we haven't passed anything inside that child. Okay, in the view, what I'm going to do, let's why I took a view means, let's create this first box. Nothing but inside a view there are three components here. Nothing but minus, text, and quantity, like a plus symbol. Okay, that's it. Let's pass some styling to this as well. Style flex direction of row. There is no need to pass justify content. Simply pass align item center, and a gap of 10 between all three elements, like components, nothing but. And instead of creating that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass add icons here. If you want, you can create similar to like this, but right now I'm going to, I'm going to use these icons. Functionality will be remain same only. So instead of this, I'm going to simply copy this. Okay, we have already imported and designs icon. So simply copy this line and paste it here. And below this, let me take a text here saying a number of 1, and simply search for minus as well. Same way, and icons we have already imported in our package, right? This import line. So that's why I'm not doing this again. Simply copy this line and paste it right now, minus, okay. Simply copy this, cut this text and add it below. Nothing but I simply change the direction, that's it. I just simply kept that minus circle thing first, later added text here and later added plus circle, that's it. And let's check the UI now, how it's looking right now. If you see, you can able to see the what was the occupied space, because we have passed the red color, right? That's why if I remove the red color, you can't see anything. Okay, perfect. So what next? Let's pass some margin from top as well. Margin top of 10, so that it will take some space. So we are getting some space between these three elements because we have passed the gap, right? If I remove the gap, if you see, you can see the difference. Right now it was aligned attached, right? But if I pass the gap, then it will give some space to all three elements. That's it. Okay, perfect. So what next? Okay, we have successfully added this as well, and in fact, I'm gonna remove this. So one more thing, we have to add we have to show the price, right? So let's add that price as well. So right now this was my quantity thing. For differentiation, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna say quantity container. I have to comment that, and same way I'm gonna add below here, and let's add text saying right now I'm gonna use 4.99 something. See, right now you're able to see the text as well. Okay, there is the alignment we have to do it here. Background color of red. Okay, instead of align content, I have to pass align items of center, and I have to mention it. Sorry, I have to pass bracket, sorry, comma here. Then you can able to see text exactly at center. We can correct it later if of using increasing of size, it will fix it. Okay, done. These are the elements, right? We have to add. If you see, ignore the alignment. Okay, we can fix it right now. We are going to fix it, and one more thing, we can reduce some size as well. No need of size. Okay, we can increase the font size here, and we can align. We can pass some stylings here. We can increase the icon size, text, and these icons, everything. Okay, so let's fix it now, right now only. First thing, let's pass some styling to this title over here. Okay, simply go to top. This was my main parent container, right? Here what I'm going to do, let's pass some justify content and space evenly, and let me reload this. Sorry, not this one. We have to pass exactly a child to that property. Uh, Justify content of space evenly, so that it will give some evenly spacing thing. Instead of this, what I'm gonna do, in fact, I'm gonna use center, so that it will exactly throw the all properties at exact center position. Okay, right now we can able to see these things. Okay, perfect. We have successfully created this as well, and in fact, instead of this justify content, padding vertical top and bottom of, let's say, 20. from top and 20 from bottom. Okay, right now it was fine. Nothing but we simply pass padding vertical of 20 from top and 20 from bottom. That's it. Apart from that, nothing else. So first, let's pass some styling to this text title. Nothing but font size of 20 and font weight of 600. I guess font weight was bold only, right? See, yeah, bold only. And one more thing, align items was center, close up, and let's open the app again. And one more thing, let's increase the icon size as well. Okay, this was fine. And one more thing, icon color was not a black, it's a gray color. Let's pass that gray as well. And what else? And one more thing, let's remove this. Okay, let's keep this. Once styling everything was done, we can fix it later. Okay, successfully we have added this as well. And one more thing, what we are going to do, there is a property called on press. So whenever the user clicks on this close, we are going to remove that particular product from the cart. Okay. So right now, just to check is it working or not, I'm going to simply pass a click function, nothing but a console.log. And if I let me drag the terminal up, and if I click on this, you can able to see button was working fine, right? Icon. Okay. Right now we can keep like this only. Okay. Now let's pass some styling to below text, 1 kg thing. Increase some font size up to 16 or 17. It's up to you. And color will be gray only. And font weight, I don't think there's no font weight as such. And we have to, let's pass some gap as well. Margin top of 10. Okay, 10 was high. Let's pass some 5. I guess, yeah, 5 was fine. Done. Okay. If you want, you can give some space from price as well, and that's it. And what else? Okay, let's come to this here, and simply this was my red color. If you see right now, you're able to see this component, right? Inside the components, how many childs we have? We have 2 childs. One was quantity thing and one was the remaining things and all stuff and all. Okay. See, I'm gonna pass right here. Then you can see right now it's exactly at center position, right? Both are exactly aligned at center position. That's it. So simply increase some height. Instead of, I'm gonna say 30. Okay, 30 was fine. And instead of this color, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna give my color. There is a property we have created, right? Okay, let me check what was the exact name we have passed using. In utils, we have created a mic. Okay, small letters only. My colors dot primary, nothing but a green color. I'm just simply passing that green color. That's it. And same way, in fact, let's reduce that size to 26, I guess, not 27, 28. Okay, 28 was fine. Same way, let's pass these two styling size and color to this as well, like a plus icon as well. That's it. Right now you can able to see this, right? Perfect. And same way, let's pass some styling to this numbers as well. Style font size of 16 and color I don't think color was black only. No need. Okay, font weight also not required. Let's increase some size as well. Okay, this was fine. Okay, finally let's pass styling in. Let's check the price over here. Hmm. Let's pass some styling to uh, price as well, like font size of 17, 18, font weight, it has to be bold, 600. Okay, 600 was fine only, and increase some 19. And let's remove that background color of red. We don't want right now. This is how it looks like right now. And one more thing, what I'm going to do, in fact, let's reduce some height as well, like a main parent height. Instead of 20, I'll say 18. I guess, yeah, now it's fine. And in child 2, let's remove the background color of red. Right now, we don't want that as well. See, this is how it looks like. Right now, we haven't added any on press functionality to this, right? We simply added this icon, this only. And price successfully added, and everything was fine. In fact, let's increase some prices font size to 23 or 22. Okay, perfect. See, this was our UI, right? Our UI was done. Now what we are going to do here means, in fact, I'm going to close this as well, and simply go to package.json. And okay, our functionality, like our UI thing was done. So let's work on card. Let's add the card functionality. Okay. So we are going to implement the card functionality using Redux. Okay. So open the browser, search for React Redux, get started. Install this package first, npm React Redux. Those who are using Expo CLI or React Native CLI, both commands are same only. There's no difference. Simply copy this, paste it here, and hit enter. That's it. Okay. This was React Redux, and one more thing, we have to install Redux as well. To alignment, we have to use React Redux for normally npm I. So, enter npm I Redux. Okay, nothing but we are simply installing the original Redux. You can say like that. Okay, perfect. So what next? We are going to use take help of React Redux toolkit. Basically, it will makes our work easy way instead of stressing out. That's it. Simply copy this line, npm install @redux js or toolkit /toolkit. That's it, and paste it here and hit enter. These three packages we are going to use it. Okay, and let's check it installed successfully or not. Simply open package.json. If you see, Redux installed successfully, React Redux also installed successfully, and Redux toolkit also installed successfully. Okay, perfect. Now simply close this and simply close this as well. And here I am going to create a folder called Redux. Inside our Redux, I'm going to name it as carts. In fact, cart slice.js, and there is a one more file called store. Okay, those who are not aware of Redux, I'll explain you. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, first thing, what is Redux? Means Redux, it's like, you can say it's like a state management tool where we store some data, and in our Redux, we can store our data wherever we need required data, we can simply get the data from the store. These are the two things where we use Redux. Okay. What does and one more thing, there is a property called create slice. This create slice, what it will do means, like before it used to be like bit complicated, a configuration of React Redux to React, okay, React JS or React Native. Okay, configuration was same to React JS and Redux React Native also. So this create slice will make instead of maintaining multiple files like reducers in one file, actions in one file, and their constants in one file and store in one file, we can simply use create slice, so that no need of creating multiple files. Okay, this structure was same, like simple and easy to use. That's it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply create a create slice is equal to cart slice. I'm naming it as cart slice, and inside it's like a function, and there is object we have to pass and name. What is name means, you can consider like those who are having basic knowledge, you can consider like a constant. We have to, for attaching actions and reducers, we have to pass some strings, right? You can consider like that only. I'll say cart only, and there is a one more property called initial state will be empty array. We all know this, right? In reducer, we have to pass some initial array, a state in state. That's it. And reducers, same way, it will take an object inside our reducers. I have to create a function, right? Add to cart was my one function, and it's like that's it. And there is a property called, there is a one more function, remove from cart. It's like a one more function. We are going to take help of that. And one more thing, what else? We have to implement the functionality as well, right? Like a quantity increment, quantity decrement. So that's also we are going to implement increment. In fact, I'm going to say increment quantity. Same way, it's like this also an arrow function, and one more decrement quantity, right? Quantity. These are my four functions, okay? And below export const, we have to dispatch the action, right? So for this reason, I'm directly doing destructuring as here as well, like add to cart here and remove from cart here, and increment quantity and decrement quantity, from which cart slice dot actions. That's it. In fact, I'm gonna remove this. See, no confusion, nothing but we simply created four actions. Inside our actions only, we are going to write the logic. You can say like reducers and all. And I'm just simply exporting so that we have to dispatch this action, right? That's it. And export default. What the default means, card dot, we have to reducers, like card dot reducer. That's it. This reducer only we are going to configure in store. Okay, nothing but I'm simply exporting it as default. That's it. This was the configuration thing. Inside this logic, we can write it. We'll write it. Before that, I'm showing the how configuration was done. How we used to do configuration. Okay, simply what we did: create slice. There is a property functionality from create slice Redux toolkit. We simply created. We simply used that create slice. Inside of create slice, we simply pass the name, initial state as an empty array, and reducers. Inside our reducer, these are our functions. In this function only, we are going to write our reducers logic. That's it. And we are simply exporting that, and we are simply exporting the reducers as well. Okay. Till here, you got an idea, right? How we create actions reducers. See, previous we have to maintain lot of files, like constant. For constant, we have to create a one file, for reducer one file, for actions one file. But here using Redux toolkit, everything was done in simple way. See, reducers was done, action was done. Only thing left was like in configuration, we have to configure the store. That's it. Let's do that as well. Once configuration, everything was done, we are going to write logic in this functionality. Okay. There is a for configuration, there is a property called configure store, same way. And I'm gonna say con store. You can name it anything, con store. I'm gonna say con store equals configure store. Same way, take an object. Inside our object, there is a property called reducer, and inside our object, before it used to we have to combine reducers in one file. Later we have to pass it. There is no need of that as well here. In simple way, what we did, we took up API called configure store. Inside our configure store, we simply took an object. Inside our object, we simply created a reducer, and you can pass in multiple reducers here. That's it. What was my reducer name here? If you see, cart slice was my reducer, right? We have already exporting as well, right? So same way, let's add that as well. Cart slice, let's import that and let's use it here. Cart slice. That's it. Done. Configuration also done. And make sure we have to export this as well. You can pass here multiple reducers here. If you let's say if you have some other payment reducer, I'm just simply showing how can we pass that payment slice or um, reducer slice, something. You can pass it anything here. Okay. Right now configuration also done. Store configuration. There is a one more thing, we have to wrap this store so that then only we will this whole component will get the data. Okay, how can we do that? Means it's simple. Okay, I'll tell you. There is a property called provider from React Redux. Simply open that and simply cut this whole navigation container here and simply paste it. That's it. What we did, make sure we have to import from React Redux provider thing, and inside our provider we simply wrap this everything here. That's it. So that now each component can use the source data. That's it. And in provider we have to pass store as well, right? What was our store? We are already importing this store, right? Exporting this in app.js. I just simply imported that and I just simply pass the name here. If you have doubt like can we name it store only? No, it's not like that. You can pass any name here. You can pass like a food store, mart, anything. It's up to you. Okay. See, this was the configuration. Configuration simple, done. That's it. What left? Only thing was we have to write logic here. That's it. What was our logic thing? That's it. See, Redux configuration was done. Right? Perfect. So now what we are going to do here means let's write the logic here. In action, there are two parameters. State, one was state and other was actions. That's it. Now we are going to write the logic here. First thing what I'm going to do, first let's check that product. Whatever the product we are going to send that item, let's check that item is available in that store or not. How can we check that? Means there is a array method called find method, so that it will give if that item present in that store, means it will simply return that item, or else it will simply return false, undefined. Okay, so const is available equals state dot find. Inside find we are going to check value equals value dot I'll say name. Before that, let's check what were the parameters here. Okay, we can check with name, image, price, anything. It's up to you. I'm going to check with name condition only. Value dot name double equals to actions dot payload. We are going to send that payload dot name. Nothing but whatever the item we are sending, we are simply checking that with in the store. whatever the data in the store, we are going to check that name double equals to payload.name, then only it will return something. Okay, if we are going to write some logic here, in fact we need if else as well. If that product is available means, that means that product already available in the store. Okay, we are not going to do anything. If you want, you can do anything here, but right now what I'm going to do, if that product is not available means I'm going to push that push that product into store. How can we push that dot 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 actions dot payload, and I'm gonna simply pass a key called quantity equals to 1. By default I'm going to pass quantity equals to 1. Okay, that's it. That's it. Add to cart functionality was done. What we are doing here, first we are checking that condition. We are check what was the condition. If the product already available in the store, that means we are going to, you can write anything, like you can increase the quantity as well. It's up to you. Okay, let's say this was our suggestion, like action dot payload. In that payload, that quantity, whatever the quantity left, you can simply plus 1. Okay, quantity plus 1, like plus plus. That's it. If the product is not available in the store means we are going to pushing that item into the store. That's it. With one more, with adding one more item called with key and pair called quantity and 1. Okay, that's it. So add to cart functionality was done, and same way I'm going to copy this is available condition here, and yeah, remove to cart was done, and same way here as well we have to pass two parameters, state comma actions. Now in remove guard, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that data here. Okay, const new data, you can say new list. It's up to you. You can name it anything. I'm just simply, there is a property there is a method, an array method. You can use filter method. Inside filter, same way I'm gonna say value equals value dot name, return me not equals to actions dot payload dot name. Nothing but my condition is whatever the data not equal, just return me not equals to data. That means if I send red apple data to this list, it will simply check in the state. Okay, if that exists means it will simply, it will accept that item, it will simply return the remaining items. That's it. Okay, successfully we have filtering that data, but we have to pass it to store, like we have to pass it to state, right? How can we do that means simple, state equals to new list. That's it. And you can simply pass a return here. That's it. Remove from cart functionality logic also done. And let's work on quantity, increment quantity and decrement quantity as well. And same way here we are going to use a state comma actions as well. And first check the product. That means this product, same way we wrote that condition in add to cart, right? Nothing but I simply pasted here as well. Nothing but we are simply first checking that product available or not, increment quantity. If the product is not available, then what's the use of increasing the quantity, right? That's if that is same way, I'm going to pass if else is available. That means our product is available, right? Then what I'm going to do, available dot quantity plus 1. Every time I am going to, whenever I click on this plus 1, I'm going to increase that particular product quantity. If the product is not available, I am not going to do anything here. I'll say simply, okay, for visible, for checking purpose, that means console.log not available. That's it. And same way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this. And same way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply paste it in decrement quantity as well, and make sure we have to pass two parameters, state comma actions, paste it here, same way if else is available. Before that, I'm not going to, whenever, even if the user, if that, let's say, assume that if that quantity is 1, and if user again clicking on minus, we are not going to show minus symbol, right? We have to show 1 only. So available dot quantity double equals to 1 means I'll keep it as like available dot quantity equals to 1 only. Else, if it's not equals to 1 means, then only I'm going to say minus minus. Here, what was my logic means, I'll tell you. If that, let's say if my quantity is 1 and if a user clicks on again 1, that means I'm not going to minus it like a minus 0, 0, minus 1, minus 2, right? I'm going to simply show that, like I'm going to simply keep that quantity 1 only. If that quantity is not equals to 1, I'm going to reduce that. That's it. See, our reducer logic also done. And we are exporting these actions also, right? So now what we are going to do here means simply go to cart here, open screens. In cart only, right? Our logic is there. Now we are going to, before that, there is a property called, we have to use a property called dispatch. Use dispatch. Without dispatch, we cannot use that action. Okay, use dispatch and let's add these actions there. Okay, we don't want this in icon only, right? We are going to remove this. If you see, in fact, I can show you this. If I click on this, sorry, here, if I click on this, see, clicked, right? In this icon only, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna say dispatch, that I click on, watch action I need to perform here, remove from cart action I have to perform. And in remove from cart, first we have to send the data as well, right? To data, what I'm going to do here means, okay, before dispatching things, we have to implement flat list, right? I forgot that. This was my whole parent container, right? This whole thing. Now what I'm going to do, open the app.js here, and instead of cart, I'm gonna say uh, home. Right now, home screen here, and let me reload this. Few things we have, I forgot to implement. Let's implement that. Then we can check that. Okay, on add to basket only, I have to implement that add to cart functionality. Okay, in details, let's implement that action first. Const dispatch same way equals use dispatch. Make sure we have to import that from React Redux. And if I click on add to basket here, I have to implement that logic. Add to basket, this was my logic here. On touchable opacity, there is a property we all know, arrow function, and dispatch. What action I have to dispatch? Add to cart. Add to cart, and make sure we have to import from cart slice. In this add to cart, we need to pass data, right? What data we have to pass means we are getting our whole data from route.params.main, right? Simply copy this whole thing. In fact, const product data equals, simply cut this and paste it here and simply pass product data. That's it. It works same. If you see, there is no change, right? Now I can directly pass product data to this thing. I'll say simply pass product data to this here. That's it. And one more thing, we have to navigate this user to cart, right? Cart screen. So here only I'm going to say nav dot navigate this user to which screen. Let me check this spelling as well in app.js. cart cart only in data. Okay, perfect. So now how can we know that exactly data going or not? To check that, what I'm going to do, const store data equals use selector. To get the data from the store, there's a hook called use selector. Inside the hook, I'll say state only. You can name it anything, it's up to you. State dot, we have to pass exact what reducer our name it is. If you see in Redux store, this was my reducer name, right? Make sure we have to pass the exact name in cart slice. And let me do console.log as well, so that exactly we are getting data or not. And if I click on the add to cart here, see my data exactly added in the cart. See, then only I'm getting the data, right? If you see in console.log, we still have doubt like how can we exactly know we are getting from data from exactly at store only means, um, I'll say I am data from store. Nothing but use selector. If we are getting data from use selector, that means we are getting data from store only. That's it. Let's check with other product as well, so that we'll get an idea. So what product we can pass? Okay, let me click on tomato here, and if I click on add to cart, right now we have two products in our cart. See, what was the first product? Apple. And what was the second product? We have tomato. How many products right now we have? We have two products in our cart, right? Perfect. So we are successfully pushing our data to store also. Okay, perfect. So now let's implement this flat list here quickly. So that flat list, and okay, success, we have to import that from React Native, right? Inside of a flat list, how many parameters we have to pass mandatory? There are two parameters. In data, I'm gonna pass store data only, right? We have to show that store data, and we need to render item. Basically, it's like an arrow function only, and arrow function there is a item comma index, and it's like an arrow this only and brackets. That's it. And we need to render the data, right? This render I'm gonna simply cut this whole parent container data, and I'm gonna simply paste it here. That's it. And if I remove this these two comment lines, and let me check with cart here. See, right now it's showing two products because we are simply showing the same data, right? Like exact from static data. That's why it's showing two products. Instead of this, what I'm going to do, simply pass the data here. Instead of this URI, I'm gonna pass uh, item dot img, I guess. See, right now I'm able to see our cart exactly added stored data images here, right? Successfully. Perfect. Now instead of this red apple, I'm say item dot name. Okay, right now ignore the spelling things. Okay, we can change that letter, like first letter into uppercase, remaining lowercase, and all of them. And what else? What else? What else? Simply go to utils here, data here. Okay, pieces. Instead of this pieces, I'll say pieces. Spelling as well here in cart. Instead of 1 kg, what I'm going to do? Item dot pieces. See, I'm able to see this. Price remains common to everything, right? So that's why I'm not going to change anything here. And in quantity as well, what I'm going to do, here only, right? I'm showing the number. Instead of here, I'm going to simply say item dot quantity. Right now it has two single quantity only, and simply add the this as well, item dot price. Okay, perfect. And one more thing, let's add the rupee symbol to this. Indian currency symbol, nothing but Indian currency. Simply copy this symbol here and paste it here and give some space. See, right now I'm able to see rupee symbol as well. Done. Carting was one done, but only thing left was like we need to dispatch actions with these two things. Like we need to implement on press to this. When if I click on this, I have to remove this product, right? Let's implement that. Okay, close here. This one only, right? Button. Here only I have to dispatch action. Which action I need to dispatch? I need to dispatch remove from cart action, and I need to pass data, right? Item. This item where I'm getting means if you see in flat list, this item I'm simply sending as a payload to that action. That's it. And if I click on this, see, I can successfully remove the cart as well. Right now it's empty, right? And if I add here as well, and I can add multiple as well. Banana, 7 pieces, price, everything was same. I can remove this as well. Okay, add to cart, remove to cart functionality are working absolutely fine. So what next? We have to implement this plus minus quantity symbols as functionality as well, right? So let's go into that, and here minus circle on press. Inside this, I'm gonna dispatch what action we need to dispatch minus. Okay, let me check the spelling. In fact, I'm gonna remove this as well. Cart slice. What was my spelling? Okay, decrement quantity. Decrement quantity, and inside this, I'm gonna pass item same way, and same way I'm gonna copy this whole on press functionality, and same way I'm gonna pass here as well. And instead of decrement quantity, what I need to increment the quantity, right? Increment quantity. That's it. Now let's check we are able to increment the quantity or not. And if I see right now, uh, in fact, let me open. Okay, I need to pass like this, and same way. Let me check. if product is available, available dot quantity plus plus plus, I'm going to increment the quantity. Quantity spelling also fine, everything was fine. Quantity spelling, and I kept it as one only, fine. And is available in that product only, we are going to incrementing the quantity. And if the product is not available, that means we are going simply consoling dot log. That's it. And decrement quantity is available quantity. Okay, everything was fine. Let's check now why it's not working. Okay, it's working fine. And I can minimize this as well, like reduce the quantity. See, after one, I'm not going to minus this, right? That means everything was fine. And if you see, I can go up to, there is no limit for this, right? So now what I'm going to do, you can write condition here in increment as well, or else you can write condition up. It's anything. I'm going to write condition here. If if item dot quantity, okay, not here. I have to write it in brackets only. If item dot quantity, I need to nothing but I'm keeping the limit for quantity positive till, let's say, user can able to order the quantity up to 8 7 something like that. From above there is no user cannot able to order that. That's my logic. If item dot quantity double equals to 7, I'm not going to do any changes there. Else, if that else, then only I'm going to write that condition. That's it. Now let me reload this and let's check exactly our logic working or not. Nothing but if our quantity is equals to 7, I'm simply keeping like that only. Else I'm going to dispatching that action. That's it. If I click on this right now, we have Apple here, and if I can able to increase till 7. After 7, I cannot able to increase that. And one more thing, we need to increase the price also, right? How can we do that? Simple. Whatever the price into 7, like into item dot quantity. That's it. I'll tell you. Item dot quantity into item dot price. That's it. See, let me add Apple here. Right now, my quantity is 7 into, if I reduce this, see, one for one quantity 4.99 was my price. And if I increase this, 9.98. So on. Till 7, user can able to do that. And I can remove this as well. See, here I can add multiple products, tomato and onion, and I can increase the products as well. See, I need this much. One thing we left with, if you check in UI, there is a button, right? Go to checkout, and we have to show the total quantity, right? So let's implement that as well. So simply go to cart here. Before that, to show you how much space it occupied, color of red. Mostly it will occupy the whole space, which we don't want. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna simply wrap this whole flat list in the view. That's it. Now, if you see, it will occupy whatever the quantity, based on the quantity, it will occupy the space. That's it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, instead of, in fact, I'm going to close this view as well. We don't want. I'm going to take a touchable opacity. In fact, this button style, everything was same, right? We have already created in the details page. I'm gonna simply copy this whole thing, copy this and paste it here, and let me import touchable opacity, and in on-press I'm gonna remove these two things, and we need to import my colors as well. Okay, my colors already imported. I guess they have imported somewhere around. Okay, it's already imported above. If you see, already it's imported. Okay, instead of add to cart, what I have to show, go to checkout. Let me show the text here. And let me align this text as well, like that button exactly. And one more thing, there are few things I have to do. If you see in UI, there is a price, right? Price also we are showing that. Let me show that price as well. To show that price, I'm gonna take a view. Inside a view, I'm gonna grab this, like I'm gonna paste it the text here, and same way I'm gonna paste text. For default purpose, I'm gonna share some 2000 something, and let me change the direction of this text, like view, row, align items to center, and justify content to space evenly, not space between, space. Okay, instead of this, I'm gonna pass 20, 40. Okay, 40 was fine. Now let's pass some styling to this as well. Style 17, font weight to 500, and color to white. And let's check how it's exactly. Okay, perfect. It's showing exactly. And one more thing, let's reduce size to 15, 30, gap to 30, I guess. Yep, fine. Now let's align this position first. Let me take a view and simply cut this whole touchable opacity and paste it here. Nothing we did. Inside a view, simply open the style, background color of red, how much space it occupied, that's it. Flex of 0.9. See, right now, this much of space is available. So next, what else they have to do? Uh, Justify content to flex, and let me reload this. Sorry, not 0.9. Okay, this much was fine. And let's remove the background color. Right now, okay. Let's add some products. Is it breaking or not? Just to check, that's it. Okay, let me reload this. Right now it's fine. Okay, it's not scroll up. It's not scrolling. Okay, there is an issue with scroll flat list. Okay, let's fix this issue now. Why it's not scrolling? Let me go to flat list here. If you see, to fix this issue, what we have to do? Okay, we'll do one thing. Instead of this, instead of this styling, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna pass this styling to this. And I'll put a limit up to 0.9. See, right now it becomes scrollable, right? In fact, we can do one as well, but one was bit 0.9 to 93 something. You can keep like that. Sorry, not 0.93. Let me format this and let's check. Okay. Right now this much of space is occupied, right? Perfect. And even if we add any other data, it's like it automatically becomes scrollable. See, in fact, I'll show you that as well. And don't worry about this. Once we add the product to add to cart, we can change the button text and functionality as well. Okay, but I'm gonna add this as well to see. After that particular limit, it become automatically scrollable. Even we can perform remaining things as well. If you see, I can increase the quantity. I can decrease everything. Okay, perfect. And one more thing, I don't want this indicator, scroll indicator, because it's spoiling the look of the UI. To scroll, show vertical scroll indicator equals to false. That's it. See, right now it's not showing any indicator, right? Perfect. And yeah, Even we can remove the products as well. Everything fine. And we can show the data as well, right? Perfect. So now what left means, and one more thing, in fact, we can add to cart functionality to this icon as well. Just because of Redux only, we can simply dispatch that action, and we can, based on the action, we can simply change the icon. If that product already is in cart, then we can simply show that. Okay, let's do that as well. Okay, let me go to home screen here. Product carousel only, right? Uh, Before that, let me go to here and simply copy these two things. In fact, these two things, dispatch and store data, and go to product carousel here, open here, and simply paste it here. And yeah, it will throw error cause we have to import that as well, right? These two things from use dispatch. Okay, sorry, my mistake. We have to paste it here. See, perfect. So now instead of this icon, what I'm going to do means, let's search for icon. Where was exactly it located? Okay, this font or some icon. This was my icon, right? In fact, if you want, I'll write a on plus functionality to this real console.log clicked. Just ignore the spelling mistake, okay? See, right now if I click on this, it become button, right? Perfect. So here what I'm going to do, same way I'm gonna dispatch this action. And what was my action here? Add to cart, and I have to pass the data as well, right? So I have to pass the data means item here. I'm gonna pass this item over here. That's it. And one thing I just want to do, one more thing, simply go to here and search for not Redux. We have done almost Redux. Let me open Expo icons here, so that just to differentiate the user, that if the product already is in cart, that means we are going to show one icon, or else we are going to show another icon. That's it. Vector icon directory, and add to cart. Font awesome. Okay. Plus square minus square. Search for minus square. Okay, after there is no minus square here. Okay, this will be fine. Right now we have already added font or some icons, right? Yep, it's already in project. So simply copy this line and simple write a logic here. What was my logic? Millions. Here first, I'm gonna use the curly braces to write a logic in JSX. And what was my data here? Stored data, right? Stored data. Based on the true or false, I'm going to toggle the buttons. Like I'm going to show the buttons. That's it. So there's a stored data dot sum. It's nothing but a method. same way value dot name double equals to item dot name, nothing but if it return true, that means that already exists in my cart. Okay, so what I'm going to do, in fact, I'm going to simply copy this, cut this thing and paste it here, and same way I'm going to paste it below here, the same way. That's it. So instead of this, I'm going to change the names, nothing but stored data. If that product already exists in my store, that means I'm going to show remove icon, or else I'm going to show this icon. uh, Wait, let me okay, this was minus square, right? Let me pass that name as usual, minus square. And instead of this dispatch, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove that, remove from cart. And let's check. Okay, remove from cart also imported perfectly. And let me add this. See, right now it's in cart, right? So that's why. If you have doubt like how can we know is it exactly it's in cart or not, means we can simply do console.log. We can check like that also. Like let's check exactly is it in stored data. Nothing but I'm doing console.log here. And in fact, right now let's make this whole cart empty by reloading this. See, right now it's empty, right? That's why it's showing empty array. Okay. If I add to cart this, okay, there is an issue. I don't think. And before that, same way, let's write that logic in this as well. In details page as well, so that no need of dispatching that action. That's it, nothing but. So this was my text, right? Like a whole button, nothing but. Okay, in same way, what I'm going to do, let me uh, go to product carousel here and simply copy this stored data and go to details here and paste it here, and make sure we have to import this use selector. See, okay, we have successfully imported use selector as well. So right now use selector also done. So what next? So now we need to write a condition here. Simply take a same way JSX to write JS JavaScript in JSX. We have to write code in curly braces only. We all know this perfect. So not this one. In fact, I've already copied that. Okay. If the stored data dot sum, nothing but simply give me true or false. That's it. If that exists means I am going to show this button, or else I'm gonna show this button same only. There is no difference. Only thing was there is no on. If that button already, if that item already exists in that thing, then that means I'm not going. There is no on plus on that. And one more thing, instead of this, I'm gonna say color. What color we can say? A gray, right? For now, add it to cart. I'll say text like this. Let's check exactly. And okay, we are getting some mirror here. Okay, instead of this item, there is no flat list, right? Product data dot name. That's it. Now let's check. Okay, see, and disabled equals to true. That means right now it's not a clickable. Right now it's already in cart. That's why we are disabling the button. And you can show some gray color as well. That's too fine. Like a lighter gray, I'm saying. And color white to black. See, added to cart here. Cause right now this product already in cart. But if I click on this, see, add to basket showing. Okay, added to basket. I'll change this as well. See, this logic also done. So on like this way, we can write the logics as well. And if I click on this, and if I click on this, see, right now our product we removed successfully from the cart as well, right? And same procedure. Even if I click on this, add to cart here, we can increment the quantity, we can decrement the quantity. Everything was fine. And okay, one thing left is like we have to show the total amount here. How can we do that? Means let amount equals 0 by default, and let me take a for each, or let me take a for each loop for sure, like a store data dot element. So here what I'm going to do, amount plus equals to element dot price, and here this amount I am going to show it in the at exactly at button position. Instead of this thing, I'll say amount over here, and I'll simply paste the rupee symbol. I guess I have already here. Now let's check that logic exactly working or not. If I see, if I click on this right now, we have two products. That's why it's showing 9.98, and if I remove this, it changes to 4.99. Okay. So now what next means, if user click on go to checkout page, we are going to simply show that user like order placed successfully screen. Okay, it's simple. Okay, let me create a let's create a quickly order placed screen dot jsx rnfe snippet I'm using here, and simply implement that logic, that navigation to at this button exactly at on press nav dot, okay, nav dot, okay, first they have to initiate that navigation, right? Const nav equals use navigation. Make sure we have to import this from React Navigation Native. Okay. So on press was here only, and nav dot navigate. Before that, we have to initiate this. Let me close this. Before that, we have to initiate that order place screen in which screen app.js, right? Yeah, let's do this now. I'm gonna I'll name it as order placed. You can name it anything. Order placed, and make sure we have to import this as well. Okay, perfect. App.js also done. Now quickly what we are going to do, app.navigate order place. That's it. And if I click on this, go to checkout. See, right now I'm in order place thing. Okay, perfect. And my suggestion is like, if you have any doubt, like how can we directly navigate to cart means, I'll tell you. You have to first create a bottom tab bar here, bottom tab bar, and inside that cart you can simply inside you can directly call that cart page. Okay. If you want that code, I'm already posted that code in GitHub. It's available. You can check that. It's absolutely free. Okay. You can simply get that whole code, bottom tab whole code in the GitHub. In fact, if you, I'll provide the link in description, GitHub code. Okay. And in fact, I can remove this as well. And if I click this, see right now these are the things which I have in my cart, and I can remove this, remove this. Right now this was my product, and if I click on go to checkout, right now it's showing empty screen because we haven't added any components there, right? Let me quickly close this and all, order placed as well, and this as well, and simply go to order placed. First and first thing what we have to do, let's pass some styling to the text, flex of 1 so that it will occupy the whole space, and background color of white. And one more thing, quickly go to app.js here and simply call, instead of home, call order place, just till the UI purpose only. Okay, let's reload this. Okay, so now what we are going to do means exactly at center, justify content center, we have to show text at center only, right? And align items also center. Let me close this and let's format this. These are the styling which I have passed. That's it. So now, first thing, let's add icon here like a payment successful thing. Okay, there is no icons. Verification. Let's search for icons here. Is there any icon? Verified. Okay, this icon will be fine. Copy this, simply paste it here, and same way copy this and paste it here. And let's open this. See right now you are able to see this, right? And let's increase the size to 50 and color to my my colors. Okay, let's check this spelling here. My colors only, my colors dot primary. Okay, in fact I need a icon to be big. I guess let's give 90. Okay, this much was fine. And below I'm gonna add text like sorry, not your order placed successfully. And after this screen, um, I have to show this screen to user for like consider like a 3 seconds. After that, I directly navigate this user to home screen. How can we do that? Simple. Same way user effect. I'm gonna use this user effect, and there's a property called set timeout. I'll say 3000 seconds. In fact, let's keep it less only, 2000. And okay, make sure we have to import this from React, right? Use effect. And one more thing, we have to use const nap equals use navigation, and I just want to navigate this user to nav.navigate this user to which screen? Home screen. That's it. After 2 seconds, I just want to navigate this user to home screen. Okay. See, if I click on this, right now this was the product I have in my cart, and if I click on this, after 2 seconds, I will directly navigate this user to home screen. Okay, perfect. So one more thing, I just want to change the color as well. Like I don't status bar color, nothing but background color is to be white, and I can remove from here as well product. That's it. And let's check is it working fine or not. Instead of this order place, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna call directly home screen here. Let's reload this. See, for the first time, everything was fine only, and we can, in fact, we can add the product from here as well, or else from here as well, right? Perfect. And we can simply show the data as well. Drop down also working fine. And add to cart, sorry, wish list. We haven't implemented this functionality, but if you are interested to learn like how to implement wish list as well, we can do it using Redux. Let me know through the comments. I'll implement that as well. Okay, it's up to you. If you are interested, I'll implement that as well. Let me know in comments. Okay. And if I click on add to basket here, see right now I have single product. I can remove this product as well. See, product also changing, right? Perfect. So let me add the product here and added. And if I click on this, your order placed successfully, and I'm after 2 seconds I'm directly navigating to this screen. Okay, perfect. And one more thing, if you pass some stylings as well, you can pass things like font size to 20, text align exactly at center, and there's a property called multiple lines, I guess. Minimum max font size multiple, minimum font. Okay, just ignore this. See, so yeah, that's all for this project. I hope you guys like this project, and I hope you learned something. So yeah, thanks for watching. And one more thing, I'll share the whole code free for you in GitHub. All you have to do is like right now we have 430 subscribers. We are close to 500. Just make subscriber to 500. I'll share the whole code with you guys in GitHub. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in next project. Bye bye now.
New place, new city, I'm fly, baby. I'm in India.